You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Bold and the beautiful fans, I've got your weekly prediction edition. We're going to talk about Liam playing dirty and Daphne delivering a shocker. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt. If you're not following us, please reach down, click that subscribe button. We have got predictions for Liam and Hope, for Brooke and Thomas, for Daphne and Carter, for Luna, Will, and Electra, and also for Luna herself. Let's get right into it with our very first prediction. Liam guilt trips Hope into a reunion. So in the promo for the week, Liam is telling Hope that that's their daughter, talking about Beth, and saying it's their whole world, their whole life. And in other weekly spoilers, Carter tells Liam he's very serious about marrying Hope, and he's talking to Liam about cherishing love and life. And Liam, I think, is going to say, yeah, same for me, dude. I don't think he's going to be too impressed with Carter's speech. Also next week, Ivy tells Hope that she knows Hope is the one woman that Liam truly loves. So Liam may be using Beth as leverage to guilt Hope out of being engaged to Carter and to choose him instead. Liam is kind of already doing that to some extent, like when he showed up on Friday with Beth to the office and got right in Carter's face with a big family hug while he was glaring. And Beth was insisting that things are best when it's her and her mommy and her daddy all together as a family, which doesn't leave any room for Hope's fiance. Carter is pushing back next week, but Liam's not going to stop. I think he will do everything he has to do. Use every trick in the book, every tool in his tool belt, love, romance, guilt, their daughter Beth, whatever it takes. I don't think Liam is going to be doing this in a malicious way, but out of love, with maybe a little desperation and fear that he might be losing Hope forever. This might be his last chance. Now that he's decided she is the one, he's a one-woman man, he only wants her. And since Liam knows Beth wants her parents back together, Liam's going to rationalize anything he does as reuniting their family. Plus, he feels like Hope's only with Carter because Liam pushed her to be. So Liam totally discounts Hope and Carter's engagement as something that really was never meant to be. Our second prediction, Brooke tattles on Thomas to Ridge. So in next week's promo, Thomas is there at Forrester Creations, and he's a little hot under the collar. And he tells Brooke his dad is gonna marry his mom, Taylor, and tells her, do not do anything to come between them ever again. And Katie's there to witness this. So also next week, Thomas is at his mom's office. She's so happy to see him in town. He's asking Taylor about her wedding to Ridge, and she's going to warn him that Eric is on Team Brooke and that, you know, Brooke isn't backing down and is continuing to try and come between them. That's what sparks Thomas to go over there. And we know that Taylor says Steffi's going to be at the ceremony, which is, you know, kind of diabolical if they push this off until Jackie Wood is back from her maternity leave, because that means Ridge will have been waffling this whole time. And they're talking about how they're not going to let Brooke come between her and Ridge. So it looks like Thomas is a little dark when he comes back. He is defending his mom, but also fans are saying, okay, well, Thomas is defending Taylor, but Katie was harassing Taylor, telling her Ridge is meant to be with Brooke. And people are asking, what's the difference? People that don't like Thomas do see a difference. People that like Thomas don't see a difference. Donna's been in the mix too, but it's been Katie that's been more aggressive about it, basically telling Taylor, forget it, you're not going to keep him. So, you know, Thomas chiming in feels like a counterbalance to Katie and what she's doing. We'll see if it gets worse. I do suspect Brooke is going to run to Ridge and tattle on Thomas for making threats. If you remember the past, Brooke's made a bigger deal of things with Thomas than they were. Like that time he was cutting an apple with a little knife and Brooke made it sound like Thomas was wielding a machete in front of Douglas. Brooke even threatened to call CPS because Thomas was using a little paring knife on a piece of fruit. That was actually what inspired him to fake that CPS call with Brooke, to mess up her and Ridge's relationship. And it worked because Taylor almost married Ridge. So I can see Brooke doing what she's done in the past and exaggerating Thomas's words and deeds. But at the same time, he does seem pretty intent when he warns Brooke and Katie not to interfere. The thing is, the interference already happened. And I can see Brooke demanding Ridge set both Taylor and Thomas straight ASAP. But Ridge may wimp out, worry about backlash from Thomas and Steffi, and just get wishy-washy. So maybe Ridge is trying to do like Hope's doing and tries to stall Brooke and the whole thing. I do think she's going to get impatient and push Ridge very hard to go ahead and end things with Taylor to stop Thomas in his tracks and come back home to her right now. This is going to be bad for Ridge, but he deserves it. Our third prediction, Daphne writes Carter a reality check. So in the spoilers, of course, we have Carter and Liam having a showdown. Also in spoilers, Daphne reminds Carter he's engaged to Hope, who has a family with another man. Carter's not going to want to hear that. I think Daphne makes a big deal of pointing out to Carter, Liam is a man on a mission. He just got his life back. He's not going to stop until he gets Hope back. Daphne is pretty sure that Carter's engagement to Hope is doomed. And I mean, clearly Daphne would be pleased if Hope walked away from Carter because she wants him, but he's going to fight for Hope, part because he cares about her, but I also think it's an ego thing because no man wants to lose his woman to another man, in this case, Liam. But Daphne may advise Carter things are inevitable. He should step away with his dignity, save face, choose her instead. I'm not sure he's going to listen to Daphne, but I think Carter's going to end up with Daphne by default, maybe. Our fourth prediction, Luna sabotages Will and Elektra. So next week, Luna's taking a pregnancy test that's hot on the heels of Sheila telling her it's Will and Elektra's big night. They're going to get intimate for the first time. And Luna knows this could be bad because she's been telling Lee and Sheila and others that she can give Will what that prude Elektra won't. But now Elektra is about to give that to Will, and that would put her and Luna on more even footing. And not that it even is anything because Will hates Luna and loves Elektra, but I just think Luna already thinks of Will as her man. So I think she's going to find a way to interrupt Will and Elektra's big night so that her man can't sleep with his girlfriend. I put nothing past Luna at this point. She could call 911 and report a fire. She could call in and get Will and Elektra swatted. You know, say she saw a gunman or a drug dealer. Swatting's pretty nasty, but so is Luna. Or she may send a provocative text to Will to scare him out of sleeping with Elektra, maybe something with a photo of them in bed to let Will know she's got receipts. Our fifth and final prediction, if Luna's not pregnant, she tries again. So spoilers for the week have Luna taking a pregnancy test and getting the results. She was hoping she'd get pregnant by Will there one time at the party. I said a while back that Luna was going to try and make a Spencer baby way back when she first saw Will, when she was at Bill's house hiding before she got her pardon. So Luna's counting calendar days, takes a pregnancy test and gets the results. If it's negative, she could pivot and try to get pregnant by somebody else and then try to blame it on Will, like her good friend Remy. But Luna could also drug Will and try again to make a baby with him. She may figure out that she can't pass another kid off, though, because Bill is savvy to her ways and he would probably insist on multiple DNA tests. So maybe Luna's pregnant, but if she's not, I think she's going to try to get in Will's pants again and make the real deal happen.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.